I'm currently inside the very new Uber bus shuttle services, which is a premium bus services, and I'm joined by the general manager, Nikolaas here. He's the general manager for Uber shuttle services in EMEA as well as in India. Thank you so much for joining us, Nikolaas. So first off, Uber rode into India in 2013. It's been over a decade now. What do you look forward to with the shuttle services in Delhi?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having us, and I think we're very, very grateful to be able to launch this service in Delhi. Delhi is actually the first state in India that is legalizing or creating a framework for us to operate our bus service, our aggregator bus service through our license. And I think Uber is extremely proud to be the first to be able to operate that. I think if we look at the Delhi traffic and some of the pollution that we see happening, there's clearly room and a need for a product like Uber Shuttle in Delhi, and we're very excited to be able to now formally launch that as well.
You spoke about pollution, which is a key concern in Delhi as well as in NCR regions. So how will the shuttle services, help in contributing to the environment as well?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think if you look at a bus on average fits 35 people. To be able to transport 35 people in individual cars, you need more than 20 cars. That means that the pollution of these 20 cars is 5 to 6 times higher than running these folks in one individual bus. So there's the environmental impact of running the bus, but there's also the human impact. If you think about your daily commute in a private car, you're riding for an hour in the car, you're not doing anything. Now you can travel in a premium, comfortable bus in AC. You can read a book. You can work on your laptop. You can sleep if you want. But the time you use is much more productive. So we believe that shuttle is good for the city, good for the environment, but also good for the people that are traveling because they're getting time back that they would otherwise spend in their individual car.
Nikolaas, trying to put you in a spot here. Delhi already has its DTC services, especially the metro. Delhi residents seem to be quite faithful to their metro commute, which also is air conditioned and is comfortable. How do you expect, or how do you, look forward to the shuttle services changing up the public transport scenario a little bit?
Yeah, if you think about the vision of Uber, that's to become a one-stop shop for transportation. We want to become the go-to provider to provide transport to people. And I think the big piece that was missing was a day-to-day commute service. And that's where our shuttle is adding now or filling now for that gap. We really see that people are using our product for commute on a day-to-day basis. And I think what makes us unique and what makes us very special in this is that we hold a wealth of data through all the Uber data that we currently have to know exactly where we should put those bus routes, what times we should put those departures. So we are very advantaged that we know how and where and when people travel, and we can really tap into that opportunity, providing a bus service that guarantees you a seat, that you can book up to a week in advance, that allows you to travel in an air-conditioned bus. So there's a host of advantages that we believe that through the Uber platform we can bring on our shuttle offering.
What are the routes that will be, how many routes in Delhi, and how economical is this going to be? A rough estimate of a fare.
Yeah, so we currently operate 50 routes across the Delhi region, but we are seeing that there's incredibly high demand. So we are looking into doubling these routes in the very near period and potentially even in the near future. I think the minister was also very supportive of suggesting that we want this to become a big service for a lot of people in the Delhi service. In the Delhi area. If we look at the fares, we are coming at a significant discount versus our UberX products. So we are not competing with DTC because actually indeed we're trying to solve for the same problem, which is get individual cars off the road. But we are coming at a significantly more affordable price point versus our Uber Go product.
Thank you so much, Nikolaas, for joining us. I'm currently inside the Uber Shuttle Premium Bus Services, which is being inspected by Transport Minister of Delhi, Kailash Gahlot, and being joined by him right now. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. So how will this change the public transport game within Delhi?
I think this will be a game changer. अगर हम public transport की बात करें, this will be a game changer. And this is a perfect example of government and private partnership. How we both can come together and strengthen the public transport. And I think this is the first time such service is being launched by any state or government in India. And I would like to appeal to all Delhiites that they should stop using their private vehicles, switch to these comfortable, convenient, modern premium buses, and I think it will help in reduction in pollution also. It will reduce traffic congestion on Delhi roads also, and I think this was one scheme for which I think Honorable CM Arvind Kejriwal ji really wanted way back in 2015, but on numerous occasions there were hindrances and obstacles because of which we could not notify the policy. But I am glad that the policy was notified a few months back, and two licenses have already been granted by Delhi government. The first one is Uber, and I think they have already um, committed that they will start the operations with 50 buses. So that's a sizable number, and I would in fact request other companies also who are keen to have um, um, some kind of partnership in public transport. So I think this is a unique example where absolute freedom has been given to a private company to identify the routes, select the routes, and even finalize the routes, finalize the fare. I think we have very few conditions. One is they will not compete with the DTC fare, so they can fix any fare which is above the DTC fare. They can choose their own routes, they can choose their own timings, and minimum number of buses which have to be started is 25. So I think full flexibility has been given, full freedom has been given, and I sincerely hope and I look forward that in coming times we will have hundreds, thousands of premium buses on Delhi roads.
Sir, you mentioned the DTC buses which have been running around in Delhi for a good while now. How economical will the Uber shuttle be in comparison to that? And do you think commuters will shift from their old DTC buses to this new and environmental friendly option?
I think I am pretty sure uh, because what I get to hear is that there is a lot of demand of these buses on select routes, especially from, let's say, from Noida to Gurgaon, Faridabad to I think Gurgaon, where I think it's the hub of the commercial offices, company offices. Similarly, I think from Nazafgarh to Kapaseda, the moment you cross on the Delhi border, where Maruti factory, and so I think it's purely a game of demand and supply. I think the government is only acting as a facilitator. We have notified the policy, so we have facilitated that the private companies can run these buses legally. They need not run these buses illegally, and um, I hope this will be a great success.